Great. So, no meeting minutes. So we'll start with, I have some information on the fundraising. We'll get to that in a little while. So we'll see, is there anybody that has any reports from any of the working groups?
Oh, I can tell you what's going
Okay,
on. I spoke with Beth Largett, who lives on Wapping Road in a very old house, 17 something or other, and she's agreed to be on the house tour.
okay,
I don't have the street number, but it's Wapping Road. It's across from the Jones River store. You know those.
Yes.
You know where I am. So I have to. When I went by, I thought maybe I could see the number, but there's no number on the house. So she's all set. And Michelle was helping me with. She had a name of someone for a reenactor at the Bradford House.
Yep.
Did you?
Yeah, I have a gentleman. He has a lot of experience with doing reenactments. I'm not sure which ones. I think probably like Civil War or something like that.
Okay.
So I did pass on Christine's message and he replied back in a text. I can read to you if you'd like, or type it in.
Okay. You have his name, Michelle?
Yep. It is Matt Solander, Solander.
Okay. I had called History at Play in Boston, and they gave me some names for people as well. So it's nice to have a bank of people that we can call upon and then see what will work. So you have his contact information, email or whatever?
I do have his phone number. I'll grab his email and send it to you.
Perfect, perfect. So we can reach out to him and give him details when we have them.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do you have anything else you want to share?
No, I'll just include what he texted me in the email I send to you.
Perfect, perfect. I wanted to ask the committee in terms of date and financing, because this reenactor is going to charge a fee.
Yep.
I'm sure. So I expect that what we charge for the house tour, the proceeds can go to pay him. Is that how that will work? Is that okay? I'm assuming. I don't know if that's what you want to do or not, or will all the house tour proceeds go into a fund and then it could be drawn from, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
so I think ultimately it has to come back to our account and get paid off, but if we can cover the costs of it
Oh, I'm sure.
for the amount, then that's what we're aiming for, yes.
Exactly,
Yep.
but that's okay, right? To
Yep.
hire an actor and know that he'll be paid, and whatever proceeds we accrue, we can use to pay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
I just, and in terms of a date, we talked about in 26, doing it in September or October. Is that still okay? Is that,
Yes, I think
I don't know what else is going on.
the parade might be September. We talked
Okay.
about, so maybe October might be a little
Okay,
better.
that's why I wanted to run it by you, because this Beth, who has agreed to be on it, wanted to have a date, and I said, well, at this point, we don't have one. So I told her it would be in the fall of 26, so maybe October would be something to shoot for.
Possibly, yes.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, so.
Okay.
And isn't the gala fall sometime in the fall as well, or is that
It's actually gonna be next December. We're gonna do
next
it
December?
the 25th
Okay.
meeting right into the.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
I did reach out to Paul, but I haven't heard back yet what the
Yeah, he
exact
was-
date is
And I think he was gonna reach out
Okay.
and just touch base with Trish.
with everyone. That's very good.
so October of 26 is safe to say?
Yeah,
for the
I
house
think
tour?
so.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
You don't want to do it sooner or later. I thought the fall would be good. Okay, I just wanted, those are things that you need to decide, not me.
Okay.
All right, October of 26. Okay, I think that's it. I'm still working on getting more people, and Tom Vendetti said he was quite confident that the church would be willing
Mhm.
to be, and that's a big part.
Across
of
parish,
Kingston's,
absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
Initial development, so I think that will be part of the tour, and yeah, so that's as far as I want. I don't have anybody else, but Beth is definitely a go, and her house is full of period. It'll be nice, so.
Okay.
Good.
So with the house tours and stuff, I know I wasn't able to make the last meeting, but they discussed the 300th book committee came in to discuss possibly doing a joint venture on some speakers coming to the Adams Center. With that, though, they wanted to know if we would go with them in front of the library and maybe ask for funds.
Mhm.
I know in the past they've done that, and some of the town, so some of the town budgets are kind of strict as to what they, not what they can
What they
spend, but
allow.
but what they're trying to do for their own, stuff. So what I had suggested to them, and I want to discuss with the committee, is, I know Tom is already on the working group with you. If we have the working group, do you think it would be too much for you guys to take
Come up
on,
with a proposal.
or
I think that's great.
take on
I'd be happy to
organizing
do
those
that.
and stuff? Okay.
Yes, is this going before the trustees of the library or the friends of the library? Where is the,
They wanted to go in front of
Presentation.
the trustees and the director himself, but
Okay,
if we can come
okay.
up with an idea prior to going to them with some funding to, I think they're,
okay,
I've already spoke to them about doing some, just stagnant exhibits. But they were talking about
Okay.
speakers as well, so
I think
that's just adding
speakers are
to it.
great, but,
Yes.
do you have any ideas as to who those speakers would be?
They, the book committee already has
Oh, they
several
do?
people lined up that
Awesome.
they would like. I don't know what the cost is, and that's what we'll have to figure out.
Okay. Okay. But it's before the trustees, not friends.
Yes, before the trustees is what they proposed to do. We said,
Okay.
I've already spoken with the director and the archivist about doing
Okay.
different.
Donald was good, wasn't he, about doing it?
Oh, yes, yeah.
And I know Steve Miller at the library very well, and I'm sure he would be supportive. I'm doing a program for them in December, and I'll go to him too.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I would need to contact Tom Vendetti, and isn't it,
Ken Brack.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
think
Because
of
I-
his first
I-
name. Okay,
I, said to them that they may need to put someone on our committee, but technically Tom is already on the working group, so that may count.
okay.
As long as they have some people to assist with you and not make too much workload.
Sure. He helped us initially, but I wouldn't really say he's on our committee.
Okay.
But he gave us so much information to work with, and yeah, and I see him at church. So we're good,
Okay.
we're good.
All right.
Okay, now, do you have a date in mind that you want this presented and settled? For the
Um,
library? When did you want to have the speakers?
No, but what I wanted to discuss tonight was we were getting kind of close to, if deciding if we need more funding, like by using the Sampson Fund. So we kind of have to start to decide
So we need to.
what
go
our
before
budgets
the
are gonna
bill
be.
and Find out.
Yes,
Okay,
we
I'll
have
find-
next year, but it will be cutting it close because we don't get the funding till July and some of our events might start before that, so.
Okay,
But some of
Okay.
them will be after that, so we could always go in front of the Sampson Fund next year, but if we even need to, I don't know what we're gonna need for money compared to what we
I'm
have.
hopeful. Now, based on my house tour with the garden club, we took in like $3,000. So I know that would cover any costs that we have, and we'll add to your budget as well. So
Okay,
um,
And-
that's why if we do the house tour in the fall of 26, it's kind of after the fact.
yep.
Is that a good thing? Would you rather we did it a different time so that we could bring in funding for you beforehand?
I don't think it's necessary. If
I
it's
don't
gonna pay
either.
for itself, then
It'll pay for
then
itself,
it's-
but
yeah.
I'm thinking it would bring in, I mean, other than the reenactor.
Because our last update on budget was we had like $41,000.
Yeah. and
Right?
then, and,
That was in January.
Yes, and then I spent
And
a
did we
little
get
bit
more
on
for-
some stuff, but we're gonna be doing sales.
Yeah.
So that will bring us,
merchandise sale,
that'll
right,
bring us some money in.
Right,
And then I did just confirm with Kathy Lenatra that we did get the $50,000 in the state budget, so we're.
no, it isn't critical.
No, it's
that
not
we do
critical,
it.
but
Okay.
I just want to
Okay.
make sure we have numbers to know if we're within that boundary, or if we're gonna need to
Right.
raise a little bit more money.
I will talk with Tom and set something up at the library, so we can at least get it motivated, get it going. I don't know what they have for speakers and what their cost would be,
Okay.
so, but I'll talk to you.
All right. So let's see. Okay, anybody else have anything with working groups? I'm still having difficulties. I have 3 members right now for the parade. I'm trying to get a few more so we can get some meetings going. I'm just having some difficulty with volunteers for that. One of our biggest events is going to be the Old Home Day. And we still don't have anyone that's actually in charge of that. So we're gonna need to at some point at least break up some of the responsibilities if we can't find someone to be lead. Like I could take the fireworks part because I know there's a lot of permitting and stuff that I'm familiar with. So I could do that, but we're gonna have to close down a date because the fireworks will be depending on what the day is.
Haven't there been people that have done this in the past that you can call on? I mean, you've had a
Oh,
long day.
yeah, I have ideas
Okay.
of what it's gonna cost, and I talked with Halifax and some other places.
But I mean,
but to
in
get-
terms of a committee, you don't have people that
No.
have done
I've
it
been-
before
no.
that know.
We have,
No,
hasn't happened.
It hasn't been done since.
I've been here 20
Oh, come
odd
on.
years. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so the last one, we had really just fireworks and a couple of small things,
Okay, but
um,
not a real
but
old.
not a
okay.
real old home
That for
day,
the
no.
275th?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and that was,
So,
Okay, so it's been a while.
and I don't even think the, intermediate school was there. I think it was done in the lot, the empty lot, so.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's one thing we're gonna need to start figuring, because I think that one is going to be more of like a community event that we're not really gonna be raising money for, so that's where a lot of our funding is gonna go to, so I
Right.
really wanna budget that out as soon as we can if
Right,
possible.
right.
Yeah.
All right, we need chair and volunteers for that one.
Yep.
Lean on some friends who love to do events, so.
So then we
I'm
have,
sure there
What is a community
There
There
event?
are,
kind of thing, but
I-
it's just getting.
Like,
What was that, Michelle?
what do you mean by a community event? Just because I've only been in Kingston myself for 4 years, so I don't know. I don't have a lot to compare it to. Is it like sort of like the Christmas evening out in the town, or is it more like the stuff at the beach?
it's kind of like, I guess, a mix of all of it. So in the, back at the turn of the last century, they used to have what's called Old Home Day. And you just, everybody would get together, they'd have games, they'd have like a giant clam bake and stuff like that. So we were thinking of incorporating a day like that and then having fireworks afterwards. One of our possibilities is seeing if we can get the high school, because we trying to think of a place where there's adequate parking as well. So we need to decide what we're gonna do for events at this, what the costs are gonna be, what the cost of the fireworks are gonna be. There'll be police details, fire details, so we'll have to, come up with those numbers and try to budget and see where that's gonna be.
Okay.
But I don't know how much, you've been explained to about so far, but we have a couple of different, projects that we're working on. And we've dropped them down into what we call working groups. So,
Mhm.
different people are in charge of those or working with people outside of this committee on those. And then they'll come back to us and we'll decide, they'll let us know how it's gonna run and then we, get the budgeting and all that for it.
Okay, how about for the next meeting, I either come a little late, early or stay a little late and just look at old notes and get a rundown.
Sure, we can do that.
and
Yeah,
catch
I
up.
hope you have those ready for you.
No pressure, or maybe that is the pressure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I have some I can go over, yes.
Thank you.
So let's see the working groups. So with that brings us to merchandise sales. So I did speak with our vendor, Firefly, and a few meetings ago, we did approve upwards of $5,000 to buy some merchandise. So speaking with her, she suggested to spend half of that right now. So that's what I did. If anyone wants to take a look, I do have the invoice and the inventory of what we have. I also have it out in my vehicle if anyone wants to see. By doing that, she said, we can judge sales and then we can use the rest of the money to purchase the things that are really selling well. So.
Like baseball hats, for example.
Yes, yep. So I do have that, and then, we'd like to go forward with doing the live sales, so, I know in the past, the clerk's office says, okay, we have elections and town meeting, will that be okay to set tables up?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so. I'll make sure.
all right, so we'll double check on that, and
Yeah.
if that's okay, then we'll need some volunteers
So
Man,
to do that, and,
I would not be able to man a table.
no, you'll be busy at those, I understand. But I did also speak with I think I said this at one of the last meetings. I spoke with the principal at the high school and there is a teacher that might be interested in helping us out with some of this. And we should be able to get some students to do community service. So as long as we have a member of our committee, we may be able to have 1 or 2 students assist with the sales.
That's an easy way for them to get communities.
Yes.
How much did you say you ordered?
It came out to $2,483.
All right. Cool.
They're a they're a baseball. I remember seeing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
T-shirts, long pants, flannel pants.
Yeah, so we have short sleeve t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts. We have a regular hoodie. We have the, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the cowl neck
Yes.
women's hoodies.
Yeah.
Those, we had a lot of interest at the showing,
Yeah.
with the shows we did. So I did have her get extras of those. And then we do have regular trucker hats. Yes.
And those are knit ones too?
No, just a baseball cap, but I
Yeah,
can,
but that's good.
I can see if we have interest in knit caps, and the next time we can have her do those.
Is it,
So
And
with,
how can people
Is-
pay Venmo with that? Or how-
no, right now we're cash sales only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cash sales
Oh.
only.
Yes.
oh, that's gonna be a bummer.
So no, for our private sales, I mean, for our live sales, we're cash only. But we do have the,
Put that.
yes, we have this going around, and you can buy directly from the vendor. So you can use any form of credit card or to buy that. and then
Okay.
you can get them delivered to you. Yep.
When, is it a Kingston logo or is it a special 300 logo?
It's, it kind of incorporates, we have 3 different ones that you can pick from. And it kind of incorporates some of the town logo, and then some of it is a little branched out differently. So-
And Michelle, you can take a look on the website, on our committee webpage. There's a
Oh.
link to the merchandise on the left hand.
And I can find that from the town webpage?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that
We're
QR
listing
code, you can click right on it, it will bring you right to it.
Oh, thank you.
So with trying to boost getting some more recruitment and some more interest, I did do a little bit of social media last week, went onto Facebook to some of the local sites and just kind of promoted us a little bit. Didn't really get much interest as far as people wanting to be on the committee, but there were some questions and stuff. Kingston Living was supposed to be coming. Unfortunately, I didn't get the information to the clerk's office in time, so we had to cancel last week's. They couldn't make it tonight, but they are, we're going back and forth to try to find a date, possibly Monday afternoon. So I can meet with them, and if there's another member of the committee that wants to meet with them, that's fine too. We can have, I think we can have 2 of us together without it being considered a meeting, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
Chairman,
yes,
my oldest son would like to help out in whatever way possible that he could as well.
oh, that's great. Okay,
So I'll get with you on that, or Jenna at
That's
some point.
okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Thanks, Joe.
we have all different stuff.
Thanks a
that-
little, Joe.
But how old is he?
He's 23.
Okay, great.
He's right there.
Hello, I'm actually right here.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. That would be great. We'd love to help.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, if I can help in any way, I'd love to be a part of it.
Okay, sure. We'll be in touch and we'll find some job for you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Congratulations on the coaching job, Joe.
Thank you. I appreciate it. News travels quick.
Especially, yeah, when I sit next to his mother.
Keep the courier.
Did we go over review of bills? Or did you just
no.
jump down to guests?
Not yet.
Okay,
I'm still doing the recruitment, not the recruitment, the merchandise sales, but I'm kind of
Okay.
also talking about the,
needing people.
yes.
Always.
So we do that, but then I also, they changed the name now. Who does the community?
Local
report?
scene.
Local scene. So I'm actually meeting with them on Friday,
Okay,
at 11:30. Again, if one other person's interested, that's fine. You're welcome to come with me. It's over in, Plymouth. But I pretty much just have to do like a 40-second speech. And then they want like 7 to 10 pictures, which we really don't have right now, but I'm just going to send probably 4, probably the 3 logos we have. And then I'll also do a picture of this if anyone's interested to
Okay.
see that. So I'm just, I gotta get her speech by tomorrow so she can put it on the teleprompter, and then I'll just say it's about a half an hour slot, and I'll just go and
Oh, cool.
promote us and
When are you meeting with them?
just Friday morning
Friday.
at 11:30. Yes.
You put your recruitment information on Facebook. Did you ever consider doing it with the Kingston Parks and Recreation? They're great about advertising.
I did not, but they said that they would be happy to help us, so I
They
can,
do great
she
advertising
did
for
say
it.
we could do the, send it out via their.
Yeah, they have a
their
blast.
blast,
Yeah,
so,
a blast.
yes, great idea, I need to,
Yeah,
John,
I just
touch
know
them
they've
again.
been great for us.
If you can get that over to me, I could probably put it out at our next meeting.
great, yes, I'll get something written up for you.
Okay.
He's our representative.
Oh, good,
Yep.
oh, good. Well, I didn't mean to step on your toes by
Mm-mm.
suggesting that.
No.
No, no, not at all.
I just know that they've been wonderful helping us, helping garden.
All right, so, anybody have anything else under any of our merchandise sales or any other ideas?
Are you going to have this merchandise available at the election then?
So, she's just gonna
Has to
double
be
check
approved.
and see if it's approved for us to set up outside there.
If it is, maybe we can look for recruitment at the election as
That would-
well.
Yeah,
Yes, that in
absolutely.
town meeting,
A
yes.
clipboard for sign up with email and phone or something.
So you really don't even need approval to be outside of the election.
Okay,
You just have to be like 150 feet away,
okay,
all right? So you don't need, anyone can set up. They don't really need any approval.
okay.
Okay.
You're just gonna be fighting for space with
Other
campaigns.
people, right.
Um,
Right.
you do need approval for town meeting, which is indoors. 'Cause you're gonna, in November, you're probably gonna
It
want
would
to be
be
inside.
inside that hall,
You
yeah.
know.
And-
Well, November 5th, it may be.
In the election, you wouldn't be able to be inside.
No, I know
You would just
that.
set out,
It's
you're
outside,
probably on the
yes.
island, like across the street.
Yep.
Not across the street. but-
So now, I've heard 2 different things, because I know we were trying to set up the last election in the spring. Do we need to get approval from the moderator? Is that who,
That's for town meeting.
for town meeting?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
can email him.
for the fall town meeting, yes, okay.
And he usually just defers to us, so I don't think.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so hearing nothing else with the merchandise sales, so review of bills. So the only bill that we did have was the one for Firefly. And I did get we did approve it already, so I did get a quorum of our members to sign that bill, and it's been submitted
Okay. And is that for the 2483?
for the 2483, yes. So along with that, I'm going to go probably to reprint today and have a banner made up so that we can put it in front of a table, using
Oh,
one
great.
of the symbols, yes.
Great.
And John, can you do one of the like the vertical banners, not one? So if you hang it in front of the table, as soon as people are in front of your table, you can't see it.
Oh, so you want one of the stand-up
Yeah,
ones? Oh,
It might be more expensive.
but it's worth it.
Yeah.
I agree with you, yep.
It's much more visible.
So we kind of discussed recruitment a little bit already. Does anybody have any other ideas on recruitment? He said we'll put out,
At the election
Yep.
table, merchandise table at the election and Kingston Parks and Recreation. I
Mhm.
think those two will be big contacts. You get a lot of people.
okay,
I have no idea how to get in touch with them, but it is coming up on I don't know, what do you call it? Class reunion season.
oh, yeah,
I'm wondering if there's a way to like get like class reunion, like Silver Lake class reunions, if anyone would be interested.
Like
I have
that's
no
just
idea how
cool.
to do that.
know, because when I had mine, we didn't notify the school, so if you go to the school.
Yeah, they're not gonna know
They may
either.
not know, yeah.
I don't know how you would find
I don't know
out.
if social media is the best way.
Yeah, some places have like, some classes have like a Facebook page,
Website.
Yeah.
so maybe we can figure out a way to reach out that way, I don't know.
Let's see, what's the- if they- yeah, all those.
For the high school, they each have the high school, every grade actually has its own Facebook group. And the PTO, the heads of the PTO will know how to get in there and post things.
Okay, all right, so, again, we were supposed to have Kingston Living, but they were unable to attend the rescheduled meeting. So that's pretty much all I have. Does anybody have anything under new business?
Oh, Keith brought this down to me. It's just a letter from a vendor saying, I've contacted you discussing working with us to produce a high quality commemorative book to celebrate Kingston's anniversary. I figured we pretty much had that covered with the 300 book
Yes,
committee.
they're
right?
taking care of that on
So
their
no
own.
interest,
Yes,
right?
yep.
Unless they could collaborate with them, I mean, they may have, you know.
I might forward this to them.
That's, yeah, that
You
would be all, yeah, I think they already do have an editor
Yeah,
and
they already
somebody
have,
else, and yes, so.
Okay.
So hearing no other business, anybody have anything else?
No, but you're looking for people for your committees too?
Well,
For
they're
the
the
parade?
working groups, yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
so maybe, that can be part of the recruitment, at the election.
Yes, so they don't even have to be
If
on
we
the
have-
committee altogether, if they just want to do a
Yeah.
smaller thing, that would be great too, to
Yeah,
just get any
yeah.
type of help,
We need one.
yes. And again, I'm not, personally, I'm not big on having large committees, but in the past, when you look at the 275th and the 250th, they were anywhere, they started as like 15-person committees and went up to 25, 30-person committees, so there were a lot of people that were needed.
Right, and especially if you're doing an old home day,
We're gonna need-
right?
Yes.
And I think that that would appeal to a lot of people with families, being on an old home day committee. That's a fun activity with families can do together. But if they don't know about it, they're not gonna wanna get involved. So I really think if we can talk it up at the election and on rec department.
Yes.
Yeah, I got onto, no, I used to be with the group that did, the Soul Sisters that did
Yes,
did the
yes.
road race. And we all met through, at the Reed, at Playgroup.
Mhm.
And we did like one of our first fundraisers was like a family fun day.
Okay.
It was so much fun,
Mhm.
but like, I
Can't
wasn't
think-
working full time back then.
Who started? She came to my school.
Jen Whitten.
Jen Whitten, but there
Jill
was another
Daly.
one. I know both of them, but there was
Right.
another one whose sister died.
Oh, yeah. Amy Green. Paula's the one who died.
Okay, no, somebody- I can't think of her name, really hyper. But anyway, yeah, but I just thought if you spit her name out, I'd say, that's who it is." That's all right. That's all
We'll
right.
come up with it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hmm.
Mhm. But I do think people just need to know about it. I think there'll be
Yes.
interest.
Yeah.
Old home days. fun.
Yeah, and we're getting
Yeah.
closer now. Like, I feel like, it being
It's
2
not
years
like
out,
3,
people
4
are
years
like,
out, yeah,
right.
exactly, yeah.
And the old home day, are we shooting for like a June date, like closest to,
I don't know,
because it was June 16th.
yeah, June 16th, the only problem that we
But that's
discussed
like a
with June
Tuesday,
is
right?
all the
Everything else.
graduations and
Right.
everyone's leaving to go away
Mhm.
right after school.
Yep,
And so I don't know. I thought we were talking about possibly July because August, you have a lot of vacations again, so we don't really have a firm date for that.
okay.
What do you
I would
do on
also-
the fourth? Don't you have town-wide stuff on the
No, we
fourth?
don't have
You
anything for the fourth. No,
No?
Didn't you have a cookout or something behind the town hall?
that was Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, and again, that's the only parade that we have in town, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's why we decided, and looking at what other towns have done, like Walpole just celebrated their 300th and they just had their parade a couple weeks ago, so they waited till the fall too, but, we figured move the parade to the fall since we're having one already the end of May. So if you do another one in June, it would be kind of too
Right,
close.
too much, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we do a Parks and Recreation email at all? A lot of people read those.
We just discussed that. So
That's
yeah,
recreation.
Okay, I
we're
missed
gonna
that,
send
sorry.
that out,
Yeah.
and hopefully get some
It's
feedback
all
from
about
that.
written word.
Okay.
It is.
You have to do it over and over.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then that would mean our next meeting right now is November 20th. So that's the week before Thanksgiving. So, everyone okay with that?
Wednesday at 5:15.
5:15, yep. And
I hope I'll have met with the library by then, so I'll have, I don't know, depending upon what information I get from the book committee, but want to come back with
and
some
I-
ideas.
I'll send out an email to the committee to see if we can try to get some ideas on funding. If we can do that, and we have our November meeting, our December meeting is gonna be the week before Christmas. So we can decide in November if we wanna, take a break for December and then come back in January.
Oh, we could make the luminary room, our like merchandise sales, our meeting.
Oh, we could call for that. We could call that. Yes, we could do
We
that.
can do that,
Yeah, that's a possibility too. That would probably be the weekend before.
right?
So probably the 14th. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. All right.
14th.
Yeah, I believe it's usually two
Luminary,
weekends
it's usually
before, but
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe the 20th, but it's usually the 14th.
21st is the luminary. We're doing festival of trees for the luminary.
Oh, it is, they did already,
21st.
it is, okay, so they had, all right. It depends when Christmas falls during the week, if
Right.
they do it the weekend before, so,
21st
all right,
is
so
Saturday.
we could call a meeting for the 21st, that would work.
Luminary is usually a Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Saturday, the 21st, that's when the luminaries are,
Yeah.
and that's when you're gonna have a meeting.
Well, so we'll be doing sales, so instead of
Oh, yeah.
doing that, we can just have our meeting at the
Okay,
sales, that was a
Okay, but not
suggestion.
the 14th. the
Yeah, but we
21st.
we can decide and vote on that, in
Okay.
November.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong year.
All right. Yeah, I know it's the
So.
21st, but we're gonna have a tree set up.
Mm.
All right, so hearing nothing new, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I make the motion, we adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that.
Second, all right, all in favor?
Bye.
Aye, all right, thank you, everyone.